Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Welcome, my darlings. We're going to see what message is coming up here. This will be labeled as a message for April 20th because I'm posting it, actually 21st. We just did the 20th. April 21st. Because I'm posting it in time for the 21st where I am, but depending on where you are, 21st may have already come and gone. So I just want to say happy birthday to all the April 21st babies out there. And happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday on whatever random day you may stumble upon this video. Let's see. Ooh, we have the death card. Very fitting, very appropriate card for the current energies. So this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards come up anytime that we're at a significant crossroads, a defining moment. So even though I'm setting the intention here for a 24-hour period of time, this is going to be around for a while. This energy is going to be around for a while. And so because we just recently had that lunar eclipse and the new moon, this new moon energy can go for the next 6 months as things are changing and shifting. So with the death card, this is a card that scares a lot of people. It's not a scary card. And I'm not being biased as a Scorpio. I'm not being a Pollyanna here. If you are a Scorpio, okay, or if you have Scorpio placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses, in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio that's going to be a really significant person in your life, at like a really significant new chapter, a defining moment, a crossroads. If you are a Scorpio sun, this is a time that you may really be coming into your authenticity and your truth, like living your authentic life as your authentic self, loving yourself, not looking for validation or approval from anybody else, but living your best life unapologetically and loving yourself and loving like where you are and not cringing about anything, knowing that all of it is a part of your journey. Okay. And because it is the death card, for some of you, this is going to go into what we refer to as the ego death, which is when we're shaking off the conditioning, the programming, and we're going back to like resetting, back to our spirit, back to our soul, back to our identity. It's a really, really, really intense part of the spiritual journey. And so some of you may be feeling this energy in the way that you might think, man, I'm just really not enjoying the things I used to enjoy. The people I used to love to hang out with, I'm not having fun with these people anymore. I put on the TV shows and the movies I love. I'm not interested. I try to listen to music. I used to love this song. I'm not feeling it. And this can feel really scary because we start to think, oh my gosh, I've lost my joy. There is nothing that makes me happy. All of the things that I liked, I don't like anymore. Well, this is the thing. You're going through this clearing. You're going through this cleansing, this, shaking off the programming, the conditioning. And so you no longer like the things that you were taught to like. You no longer like the things that you were conditioned to like. And so it's a time that you're going to have to get to know yourself again. You're going to have to go out there and sample and try things. Do I like this? Do I not like it? And just sit for a moment and like check in with yourself. Like, what is something I am interested in trying right now? Or what is something that I'm feeling called to do? You may all of a sudden out of nowhere feel like, oh gosh, I feel like picking up a musical instrument. I've never played a day in my life and I really want to learn this instrument for some reason. And you might start it and say, oh wow, I'm really picking up on this. Oh, I'm better at this than I thought I was going to be. And it's something that you're really enjoying. It's something that's bringing you joy. Some of you may be like, going into like learning languages and doing different creative endeavors, making a career change, studying certain topics, getting into certain like self-improvement things or education, like learning things. So you may find that you're beginning to take on new endeavors in the process. Maybe not in the next 24 hours, maybe in the next 24 hours, some of you, but could be here that there's a lot of changing, a lot of shifting that's happening. This is also the ending of cycles, and we had a really heavy message that came up the other day about like a permanent goodbye, and how like people are choosing their sides, or people are choosing their path. And maybe in the past, we could like just kind of make it work and agree to disagree, but we're coming into a time where like people are sectioning off, people are moving away from each other, if it's not vibing, right, if it's not the same energy, if it's not the same level. And so cycles are coming to a close, cycles are coming to an end, and this is emphasizing that there's going to be a permanent end to things. But this is the thing: the death card and the tower card can both tell us that there's a permanent change coming, that something is ending and it's ending forever. But the difference between the two, when it's the tower card, we don't always see it coming. Like something will happen, it'll end in a very chaotic way, and then we'll say, "Oh man, I knew I should have done this, or I knew I should have done that." Like hindsight is 2020 kind of thing. But we don't always see the end coming when it's a tower card. Sometimes it blindsides us. With the death card, you see it. You already know. You look and you see the telltale signs. This river is drying up, right? You see that this is coming to a close. So, this thing that is ending forever in your lives, and for different ones of you, it's going to be different things. It's not going to be a surprise. You're going to know. You've been seeing this coming for quite some time. And so it's come to its natural course. It's run its course naturally. And now is the time for something else, something new. And because the death card is associated with Scorpio, right? Scorpio is sometimes referred to as the phoenix rising of the zodiac. This is the kind of energy you all are coming into. This is like there's destruction and there's rebirth, right? So the old things are falling away and the new is emerging. And for a lot of us, this is going to be in terms of like within ourselves, a very, very significant awakening. And some of you, I'm going to say a lot of you, I think for most people who question, existence, who have that existential dread, who are looking for meaning, who are looking for purpose, we can all kind of feel like there's something we're meant to reach, or there's something like we're trying to figure out, hey, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? Hey, like what is it that I'm supposed to, like where am I supposed to go? In this awakening, that's the thing that you're going to figure out. And I can't sit here and tell you what that's going to be for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a general reading. There's going to be potentially 1,000 or more people who watch this. And so it's not going to be the same exact thing for every single one of you. Number two, it would be very wrong. It would be very unethical. Like even if you came to me for a private reading and you said, Amethyst, I listened to that card of the day. What is the thing that I'm going to realize, or what is the thing I'm supposed to be doing? It would be very wrong for me to do that, because essentially you're putting your life in my hands and I'm telling you, I'm assigning you an identity. And that's what the whole spiritual journey is about, is coming into the realization for ourselves who we are. I can't come to you and tell you, oh, you're meant to do this. Oh, you're meant to do that. Or this is the religious or spiritual path you have to be following. You have to feel that in your heart, and you have to choose it for yourself. And any changes that are happening, any reinventing of the self, I don't even like to call it reinventing, because you're really just stepping into who you are. That's happening, it has to happen of your own accord, because you're realizing it. So it would be very wrong for me to sit here and tell you, oh, you know what? This is what you have to be doing. This is who you are as a person. This is your purpose. But you're going to figure those things out. You're going to wake up to it. You're going to feel it. You're going to sense it. You're going to have that aha moment. And some of you, it's going to be very scary because as this thing is falling away, it could be a very, very big part of your current identity. It could be a very, very big part of your life. Some of you maybe have really studied and dedicated yourself to a certain path, a certain modality, ideology, and that may be falling away. And that can be very scary. Well, who am I without this, right? Or I've dedicated so much time to this. Understand and know nothing is wasted. All of it is a part of the journey, and you'll take it and you'll use it in some other way. But now is coming the time of transition. Now is coming a time of permanent change. And as whatever this is that's falling away, it's giving birth to something new. Okay? So, very much Phoenix rising from the ashes. And no going back is really, really a reoccurring theme here in the cards of the day lately. And for some of you, it could be ending with like family ties and stuff, because that came up with the goodbye message that was from a couple of days ago in the card of the day. And someone said, how do you say goodbye? And I did not respond to that comment. They didn't say, how do you say goodbye? Somebody commented and said, how do you say goodbye to your own mother? And that kind of like, oh, that kind of hit me. Um, and I didn't comment because I wasn't sure how it was gonna sound. You know, like you write something, you write an answer to somebody, and they can completely and totally read it in a different way than you meant it. So I was like, let me think about this, let me come back to this. But you know what? I'm gonna respond to that comment here because of what I wanted to say, and we have the death card. And what I wanted to say was, how do you accept, or how do you say goodbye in any death, whether it's a spiritual death or a literal death? How do you say goodbye? You know, it's not an easy thing, but sometimes it's like we don't in a way have a choice, or the circumstances are what they are. We don't have power to change those circumstances, so we have to grieve it. We have to grieve it. We have to grieve it like it's a literal death. And that's what some of us are going to be coming into. We may be grieving people. Um, it's just kind of like uh it's like so many people have been suffering and have been feeling stuck for so long, and they've been praying, oh God, oh universe, oh angels, please, 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 I just want to be happy, please, I just want to be happy, like the Morrissey song, please, 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 let me get what I want. Like, just just please, once in my life, let me get what I want, like, just please let me be happy. In order for that to happen, certain things need to be removed, certain things need to be out of the way, and that's what's happening. And anything that is making us sick, for those of us who are seeking connection with God, with universe, with light, for those of us who are seeking that connection, anything that is making us sick is going to be removed. Anything that is a contaminant is going to be removed. It's like if you're trying to get better, uh, those of you who know, anybody who grew up in a household with like people in the household, like one person gets sick, one of your siblings gets sick, how many times does that cold circle through the family before it's finally gone, right? So there's sometimes people's energy brings us down, people's attitudes, people's mentalities, people's behaviors can keep us from really being able to fully heal, or really being able to fully release, right? Like if you had a wound on your arm, you had a bruise on your arm, and every time I come by, I trip, I stumble, I do something, I hit you right in that bruise really, really hard. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's an accident, but every single time I come by, I just hit you in that bruise. that bruise is never, ever, ever going to heal. It doesn't matter if I'm doing it on accident. It doesn't matter if I feel terrible and I cry and I beg for you to forgive me. I didn't mean to. Oh, it's not that I'm doing it on purpose. I can't see very good and I'm stumbling around and I'll accidentally hit you because I don't can't see so good. I didn't know you were there. Or oh, I have an issue with my balance and it's a physical thing with my body and I can't balance real good and sometimes I fall over and I don't mean to. It doesn't matter if I'm doing it on purpose or not. You're never, ever, ever gonna heal until you get the heck away from me. And that's what's happening right now with spirit. The things that we have not been able to break away from, the things that have been keeping us sick, it's falling away. And it's gonna allow us to be like that phoenix, to rise up, to be born anew, and that's a beautiful thing. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. There's definitely other videos you can check out linked in the description. Private calendar is still closed. Still catching up on private readings. And I hope you all will come back and check out tomorrow's message. Take care and be well, my darlings. Have a fabulous day.